Welcome to Mythical Capitals. Hello, curious travelers and history enthusiasts. Welcome to Mythical Capitals, the channel where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. Here, we uncover the untold stories, legends, and mysteries hidden within the world's most iconic capitals. From Paris to Tokyo, Rome to Istanbul, every capital holds secrets waiting to be explored. Together, we'll dive into ancient myths, fascinating histories, and the extraordinary events that shaped these cities. Subscribe now and join us on this magical journey through time and imagination. Let's discover the heartbeat of our world, one mythical capital at a time. Welcome to the adventure. Welcome to Mythical Capitals.
The ghost bell ringer of Notre Dame. Laurent's tragic heroism. Chapter 1. The gloomy days of medieval Paris.
The year was 1439. Paris, shrouded in misty mornings and narrow cobblestone streets, was a city both captivating and somber. At the heart of this medieval metropolis stood the magnificent Notre Dame Cathedral. More than just an architectural wonder, it was the soul of the city, its bells serving as the rhythm of life for Parisians. These bells were not only an auditory landmark but also the guardians of time, celebration, and mourning. Behind these legendary chimes stood a man named Laurent.
Chapter 2. Laurent's solitude.
Laurent, the bell ringer of Notre Dame, was born with a hunched back and a face that many found unsettling. Children mocked him, throwing stones, while adults avoided his presence, casting him as a pariah. Yet within Laurent beat a sensitive and poetic heart, one that found solace in the resonating chimes of the cathedral bells. To him, each bell had a voice, a personality, and a story to tell. They were his companions, his confidants, and his entire world. Laurent lived in a small chamber within the bell tower, a space where he could observe the city without being seen. While others saw him as a monster, he saw himself as the silent guardian of Notre Dame, ensuring that its bells rang true for the people of Paris.
Chapter 3. The arrival of Elise.
One winter morning, as a light snowfall blanketed Paris, a young noblewoman named Elise entered the cathedral to pray. Elise was the daughter of a prominent Parisian family, admired not only for her beauty but also for her kindness and humility. With her golden hair and gentle demeanor, she captivated everyone in the cathedral. From his perch high in the bell tower, Laurent watched her in awe. For the first time, he felt that the bells were ringing not for the city, but for her. Laurent tried to remain hidden, fearing rejection, but Elise noticed him. Instead of fear or disgust, she smiled warmly and greeted him. Laurent, unused to kindness, hesitated. But Elise approached him, her voice gentle, her manner unthreatening. Over time, the two began to converse during her visits to the cathedral. Elise saw past Laurent's physical appearance and recognized the kind soul within. For Laurent, these moments were a beacon of light in his otherwise dark and lonely world.
Chapter 4. The Shadow Gang and the Threat to Notre Dame.
At the same time, a sinister danger loomed over Paris, a notorious group of thieves known as the Shadow Gang. This ruthless band targeted the city's wealthiest homes and holiest sites. Their next target? Notre Dame. The gang had learned of the cathedral's sacred treasures, golden crosses, jeweled chalices, and relics of inestimable value. One cold, moonless night, the Shadow Gang crept into Notre Dame under the cover of darkness. Laurent, as always, was awake in his bell tower, listening to the faint sounds of the city. His keen ears caught the muffled footsteps of intruders echoing through the cathedral. Peering down from his vantage point, he saw the dark cloaked figures sneaking through the sacred halls. Laurent knew he could not physically confront them, but he also knew he couldn't let them desecrate the cathedral.
Chapter 5. The Heroic Call of the Bells.
In a moment of desperate inspiration, Laurent climbed to the largest bell in the tower. With all his strength, he began to ring it. The sound was deafening, reverberating through every street and alley of Paris. The bells tolled with such urgency that Parisians awoke in alarm, soldiers were roused from their posts, and the shadow gang panicked. They fled into the night, leaving their heist unfinished. But Laurent paid a terrible price. The massive bells were heavy, and the effort of ringing them with such intensity took a toll on his frail body. As the final chime echoed through the city, Laurent collapsed, his strength spent. With his last breath, he whispered Elise's name and closed his eyes.
Chapter 6. The Aftermath of Laurent's Sacrifice.
When morning broke, the people of Paris gathered at the cathedral to discover the truth behind the bell's desperate call. They found Laurent's lifeless body in the bell tower, lying beside the great bell he had rung to save Notre Dame. Word of his sacrifice spread quickly, and the man who had once been scorned as a monster was now hailed as a hero. The people realized that Laurent had not been a figure to fear, but a guardian angel who had protected their sacred cathedral. Elise, devastated by the loss of her friend, arranged for a memorial service in Laurent's honor. She ensured that his story would be remembered, commissioning a small statue to be placed in a hidden corner of the cathedral. The statue depicted not the hunchbacked bell ringer that people had feared, but a proud and courageous protector.
Finale.
Over time, Laurent's tale became a legend. Parisians began to believe that his spirit still lingered in Notre Dame, watching over the cathedral and the city he loved. It is said that when Paris is in danger, the bells of Notre Dame will ring on their own. A sign that Laurent's ghost is still protecting the city. On quiet nights, some claim to hear faint chimes from the bell tower, even when no one is there to ring them. These ghostly melodies are a reminder of Laurent's sacrifice and the love he bore for his city.